Welcome back. As African telco giant MTN celebrates its 30th birthday, CEO Ralph Mupita has big plans to expand it in the next 3 decades. CNN's Rahel sat down with him to talk about diversifying into fintech, the importance of partnerships, and the future of the digital economy.
Let's start with Ambition 2025. So this is a strategy that you put in place shortly after taking over as CEO in 2021. Some of those goals include strongest connectivity across Africa, expanding the business across areas such as fintech, digital services, small and medium enterprises. Where are you on those plans, and are you close to being on target with 2025 approaching?
We are happy with the progress that we've made with Ambition 2025 strategy. We've had to execute it in a very challenging macro backdrop. But within that backdrop, we feel that we've made good progress with the strategy. We're connecting more and more Africans to the MTN internet and our services. We have about 288 million subscribers across MTN who are using our services daily across 18 markets.
Where would you say that you're going to be spending more attention moving forward? The
area that we want to push much harder is on the fintech side. We've made good progress, but I think there we should be doing better. In a market like Nigeria, we think there's an opportunity for us to scale much faster. So that's one area I'd call out. On the fiber deployment, I think we're making good progress and bringing in partners. We've partnered A50, a division of African Development Bank, in building new fiber capabilities across the African continent, and we think we can do better there as well.
MTN has a unique perspective because of its footprint across the continent. Talk to us about the needs of the continent in terms of fintech, but also how MTN sort of sees itself developing this.
Yeah, the needs of the continent, we see a couple of areas. Remittance, people have loved ones living in the diaspora or quite far away. We look at an area like payments, the ability for everyday Africans to be able to make payments, off their phones. So payments are a big area for us. E-commerce, small little e-commerce kind of platforms in informal markets. Bank tech, the ability to have loans, and insurance. I mean, those are the areas that we see quite a lot of potential to grow and scale, and both from business to consumer and as well as to business.
Let's talk about Uganda, Ghana, Nigeria. Each place can have its own growth goals. Each place can have its own development goals, just very different profiles. Talk to us about how a company like MTN sort of meets each country where they are.
I mean, let's start with South Africa. South Africa is a very mature market for telecommunications operators. The smartphone penetration, the number of people who have smartphones is probably 90%. So the growth we expect there is more in line with inflation. But you move quickly to, let's say, Nigeria. Nigeria, we're seeing growth. So we want them to grow way above inflation because we can see more and more people are coming into the internet. And so we have a much more growth mindset of saying, let's put the capex that can deliver on the growth and keep us number one. Ghana and Uganda, interestingly, are markets where we do a lot of innovation, where we test new things. If they work in Ghana and Uganda, let's try and scale them across markets. So even on the fintech side, we do a lot of proof of concepts in Ghana and Uganda. The folk in those markets seem that they're more open to new ideas. So we test them there, and then we say, okay, it works there, and we move. But different countries, different stages of evolution, and we recognize it in the way we manage these businesses.
Talk to me about where you hope MTN will be in the next 5 years, but also maybe 10 and 30.
We are on our 30th birthday this year. So, and I looked at the original business plan that was set in May 1994, and it basically said we're going to have 300,000 phones in South Africa by 1999. And today we've got 288 million subscribers. So we've been going through a wireless revolution the last 30 years. And I think the next 30 years is a digital revolution. About everything digital, everything connected is what I see for the next 30 years within Africa, where you see digital infrastructure, fiber that we lay, submarine cables, LEO satellites, all of these things working together to keep us all connected in a digital economy. And we'll be playing a key role on the African continent to deliver not only the infrastructure, but the services that sit on top of that. So the MTN of the future is a digital economy company.
All right, that does it for us here on Marketplace Africa. Remember, you can keep up with us on social media and online as well. I'm Zain Asher. I'll see you next time in the Marketplace.